Hello, Jim 1 here, and for this video we will be going over immediate and remedial action. I'll also give you some extra tips at the end for when you have issues on the range. So first we want to verify this weapon's clear and safe. So safety on, no magazine inserted, no round chamber, safety on, weapon's clear and safe. And I also have a magazine full of inert rounds. So these rounds are inert and they will not go off if I fired a weapon with them in the chamber. So first, we're gonna do immediate action. So, say you're at the range or you're firing your weapon. You're firing the trigger, bang, bang, all of a sudden click, bang, bang, click. Nothing happens. You know you still have rounds in your chamber. Immediate action is gonna be tap, rack, bang. So tap, rack, bang, just to try and get the weapon back into the fight, and that is your immediate action. If that doesn't work, or you get one round off and then the next round doesn't go off, you got to do remedial. So if your immediate action doesn't work, you got to do remedial action. So remedial action is you're gonna put the safety on, lock your slide to the rear, eject the magazine. Once you see that it's clear and safe, you're going to go ahead and start your investigation. You're going to see what went wrong. You're going to be looking at all the different parts, seeing what could have been broken, what might have caused the malfunction. Was it a bad extractor, or was it gunked up too much, or whatever it is. So once you've solved or don't see anything wrong with the weapon, you're going to go ahead and get back in the fight, insert your magazine, release your slide, and get back in the fight. So you do immediate first, and then remedial if you cannot fix your weapon. Alright, so a few things for when you're on the range. First, I'm going to show you how I rack the weapon. Usually my hands are like this, and then to rack the weapon, I stick my left hand out. I come over the top, pinch the top right here and right here, pinch it together, and then as I pull back with my left hand, I'm pushing forward with my right hand. So your firing hand. That way it's working against each other. It makes it a lot easier. So, and then I also push up on the slide catch if I need to use that. So it's going to look like this, over the top, just like that. And then from this angle, over the top, back to back, just like that. And when you rack it, you want to hold it and then go forward like that. That's a very bad habit to do. You don't ever want to do that, just because you might pinch yourself. If you don't have the clearance, you can get pinched right here if you're not careful. And also, it's going to jam up. It has a possible chance of jamming up the weapon. So when you go like this, the round can go in kind of funny because you're going slow. You want the weapon to do most of the work. So you just, what I call a slingshot, you just pull it back and like that. You want to just kind of hit yourself in the chest if you want to call it that, but you don't want to ride it forward. You want to just pull back and keep pulling back and just let it go out simultaneously. So that's how I rack it. And then I'll also rack it this way because it clears stovepipes, and we'll cover that in a second. Another thing is, for me, when I do immediate actions, a little different. What I do is I observe first. So a lot of times at the range, these 4 or 5 people shot this pistol, and it'll get gunked up. And when I load around, sometimes it won't chamber all the way. So it goes back, and then as it goes forward, it's so gunked up that it'll just stop right here. So if it stops right there, I can see it's out of battery. I know why it's not going to fire. There's no reason for me to do tap, rack, bang and lose that round. So usually I observe if my gun doesn't fire, I look at the back parts just to make sure it's in battery, because 90% of the time that's the problem. And if it's not in battery, all I do is come back, tap it forward, and then get back, tap the hammer or the back of the slide, tap it forward, and then get back in the fight, and that usually fixes it. Also, if I look back here, there's nothing wrong there. I take a quick glance at the chamber and see if I have a double feed or a stovepipe or something. Because if you have a double feed and you do tap, rack, bang, it's going to just make your situation even worse. So for me, immediate action is slightly different. I observe back here first, on the slide, and then I observe the chamber before I do tap, rack, bang. Another issue that I do, and some people do, is I like to rest my thumb. It's a bad habit on the slide catch. It's just really comfortable for me. So if after my last round is fired, the follower won't push up on the slide, and then the slide will go forward without locking to the rear. So then my gun's empty, but the slide's forward, and I won't know because I left my thumb on the slide catch. So that's just something to be aware of. So when you're shooting, try and keep your thumb up and not resting on the slide catch. Alright, next we're going to go over a stovepipe. So for a stovepipe, I'll show you real quick what that is. Slowly let this in. There we go. This is what a stovepipe will look like. That round won't be there, it'll be an empty shell, but that's your stovepipe. For clearing a stovepipe, I do it the same way I rack the weapon. I bring my hand up, sweep it back, and then pop it forward. You don't want to sweep it forward. Sweeping it forward is very dangerous because you sweep it forward, you put your hand in front of the muzzle, and you can shoot yourself, and you don't want that to happen. So don't ever sweep it forward, sweep it back. So just how I rack the weapon, come here, sweep it back, and then bump it forward, and I'll show you how that looks. Right here, sweep it back, just like that, and then bump it forward, just in case that the slide didn't go all the way forward because it's dirty. Bump it forward, and then you should be good to go again. So that's how you clear a stovepipe, and I'll show you how to clear a double feed. So go ahead and put this in, chop round in chamber. I usually don't see double feeds with the M9, but it is possible. You might have a bad or a gunked up extractor and doesn't pull the shell out. So this is what your double feed looks like, and if you got this, if you try and do immediate action, it's not going to do much for you. You know, you do tap, rack, bang, oh, it doesn't work. Well, that's why I observe in the chamber first, like, okay, I see I have a double feed. So double feed, you just pretty much go into your remedial action, which is you lock the bolt to the rear, lock the slide to the rear, remove your magazine. Once your magazine's out, you can get that other round out by tipping it like this, or if it's really stuck in there, just rack it a few times and it usually pops out from there. So once you cleared your double feed just like that, go ahead and get back in the fight. Okay, so we went over immediate remedial action, and then toward the end there I gave you some extra pointers for on the range, because we do expect you to at least attempt to clear your own malfunctions or figure out what's wrong. And then if it doesn't work, then the line coach will step in and help you out, see if there's actually something wrong with the pistol, but we do expect you to fix your own malfunctions. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.